You're watching the sports and political channel of LB. If you're not subscribing to this channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and share these videos on your social media platforms. Let's get down to business. Charges coming. Charges coming. Charges coming. Formal charges coming. And that Carlee Russell, last week, we all know what happened last week when it came to Carlee Russell. She basically faked her own kidnapping. And Google searches and other pieces of evidence that basically put this jigsaw puzzle together. And as a result of that, now we get this. Carlee Russell herself admitted that she was not kidnapped. You don't say. You don't say. During a press conference Monday afternoon, Hoover Police Chief Nick Derzis read a statement from Emory Anthony, Russell's attorney, claiming that the 25-year-old woman was not abducted the night of July 13th, as she and her family has previously reported, and that she had not seen a child walking along I-459 the night she disappeared. Derzis read the following statement from Russell that was provided to the Hoover Police Department from Emory Anthony. Now, look, think about this for a second. Let's use common sense, right? Because common sense ain't common. If there was really a kid stuck on the side of the interstate, right? One, there would be a lot of phone calls going to that police station. That's for one. For two, there will be an Amber Alert. And then for three, that interstate will be shut down. So the fact that she was the only one, she just happened to have an eagle eye, everybody else was minding their business, all kinds of cars going through I-459, and she was the only one that saw a kid there that night. Okay, I already knew something was up. I already knew that there was more to the story than meets the eye. A little kid on a little toddler on the interstate, get the fuck out of here. Shouts out to Frozen06 for his donation in the super chat. I greatly appreciate you, brother. Always contributed to the channel. He says 90 days in the joint should do her some good, and the AKA sorority should kick her out. Yeah, they should kick her out. They should kick her out. Now, whether they're going to follow through with that is a whole nother story. Now, if you want to donate to my YouTube channel, my Cash App is $Freeway95 US. As much as I love super chat donations, I would prefer all donations go to the Cash App and go to the PayPal, because YouTube likes to take, like, I don't know, 30% right off the top. I think they've increased it to 50% now. So if you want to donate, please donate to the Cash App. But either way, I greatly appreciate the donations that's coming in. Thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. General salute. Now, let's get back to the regularly scheduled program already in progress. Because one thing I want to address, all you stink pussy holes out there that was running your mouth, projecting on the black men that black men should be held accountable, because this woman lied. This woman lied about being abducted by somebody. But yet, we black men is responsible for her and her decision making. All you stink pussy holes out there that was running y'all goddamn mouth, all you black feminists out there talking shit, just chopping at the bit, talking shit about us black men, fuck all y'all. Fuck all of you stink pussy holes. I mean that shit. Now that I got that off my chest, we can continue on. Derzis read the following statement from Russell that was provided to the Hoover Police Department from Emory Anthony. Quote, my client has given me permission to make the following statement on her behalf. There was no kidnapping on Thursday, July 13, 2023, my client did not see a baby on the side of the road. My client did not have or did not leave Hoover area when she was identified as a missing person. My client did not have help in this incident. This was a single act done by herself. My client was not with anyone or any hotel with anyone from the time she was missing. My client apologizes for her actions to the community, the volunteers who were searching for her, to the Hoover Police Department and other agencies, as well as to her friends and family. We ask for your prayers to Carly as she addresses her issues and attempts to move forward, understanding that she made a mistake on this matter. Carly again asks for your forgiveness and prayers. On July 13th, Russell called police to allegedly seeing the toddler walking along I-459 near Hoover. Police responding to the scene found Russell's car, but not her. No other reports of a child walking along the interstate were made that night. On July 15th, Russell was found after reportedly walking home. Following Russell's return, she and her family claimed that she had been abducted. In her statement to the police, Russell alleged that she had been taken by an unidentified man while trying to find the alleged toddler on the side of the interstate. According to police, Russell claimed to have escaped while being taken in the car the next day. So we got two charges right off the bat. One, you misused the 911 system and then the second, you filed a false police report. So that's two charges on Carly Russell right off the bat. She filed a false police report and you misused the 911 system. Now, I don't know what other charges they're going to lay upon her, but those are two charges right off the bat. Now, over the last week, there has been speculation on the circumstances surrounding Russell's disappearance. During a press conference on July 19th, Durzis questioned several aspects of the case, such as Russell passed text messages leading up to her disappearance, as well as claiming to have followed the child for hundreds of yards along the interstate. During the investigation, police uncovered several text messages from Russell on the day leading up to her disappearance, such as, "You have to pay for an Amber Alert," a search for a one-way bus ticket from Birmingham to Nashville for July 13th, as well as the plot for the movie Taken, which involves the abduction of a girl. Despite these questions, Russell's family previously maintained that she was abducted, telling the Today Show last week that whoever took her was still out there. Despite these questions, Russell's family previously maintained that she was abducted, telling the Today Show last week that whoever took her was still out there. Now, I repeated that for a reason, because that right there was a blatant lie. That was a blatant lie. And that right there is the thing that really got under my skin. Because now there's this manhunt for a person that did not exist. It only existed in Carly Russell's mind. But you let a lot of these feminists out here tell it's the black man's fault that she cooked up this harebrained scheme. She cooked up this scheme like how Gordon Ramsay cooked up a 5-star dinner at one of his Michelin restaurants. Despite these questions, Russell's family previously maintained that she was abducted, telling the Today Show that whoever took her was still out there. So who was out there? Who was out there? What did he look like? How tall was he? Did he have a scar somewhere? Did he have a mustache? Did he have a beard? Was he clean shaven? Did he have freckles? Was he cockeyed? What does he look like? Oh, you don't know what they look like. Was he tall? Was he short? Was he fat? What does this guy look like? Oh, you don't know what this guy looks like. Okay. But kidnapping happened though. Right? That's what you're trying to tell us? A kidnapping really did happen. Now the mama and daddy need to be ashamed of themselves because the mama and daddy went on Today Show and fucking lied. What's up, 3,000 degrees? So the mama and daddy aided and abetted in this bullshit. Y'all put your hands in that bullshit. Thursday said police will be meeting with Anthony and that charges against Russell will be announced when and if they were filed. No motive for Russell's false abduction report were revealed. Dursleys ended the press conference by saying that Russell's admission would not alter the ongoing investigation into her whereabouts the night she claimed she'd been abducted. So here's another article. Another article explaining this, right? Coming from WVTM13.com out in Hoover, Alabama. The news of Carlee Russell's return home has garnered strong reaction from community members, especially parents who have lost their own kids to violence. Shay Pinkleton, Wiley's daughter, Madison Pinkleton, was murdered in Hoover 18 months ago. She calls Carlee's alleged actions disrespectful to all parents who have lost a child and to those still looking for their child. It breaks my heart for Angela to go out there and to have relived everything. Shay Pinkleton Wiley became emotional when asked about Angela Harris's involvement in the search for Carlee Russell. Harris's daughter, Anaya Blanchard, was kidnapped and killed in the fall of 2019. Pinkleton Wiley experienced a similar tragedy in January of last year when her daughter, Madison Pinkleton, was found beaten to death in her Hoover apartment. In a lengthy Facebook post, Shay Pinkleton Wiley wrote, Carlee Russell disrespected every parent that lost a child. She disrespected every one of our children, the child you couldn't get in touch with that horrific evening, the unanswered call that kept going to voicemail. Her actions, with her being safe the entire event, is disrespectful to all the boys and all the girls, the adults and children that have gone missing that didn't make it home, that are still gone, or maybe came home, but they didn't come home alive. Shay Pinkleton Wiley said an apology from Carlee Russell to those who searched for her and to those who have lost children will be helpful in trying to move forward. And that is a disrespect to all those people who lost their kid to whatever random acts of violence. That is disrespectful. And that's shameful conduct. And and to me, this woman has some false sense of everything need to be about her. See, this narcissistic mentality that a lot of people run around here having. And in this narcissistic mentality, you tend to do things way off the deep end, all for attention, all for notoriety, all for the spotlight to be on you. And this is what we have in Carlee Russell. Now, Carlee Russell celebrated a birthday last weekend, and unconfirmed reports about her partying out in Georgia. I'm just saying what was alleged. I'm still trying to validate that. But there are unconfirmed reports going around the social media discourse that this woman partied in Georgia last weekend. And then another thing that hadn't been talked about yet is the fact that she's not, she and her family are well off. They're pretty affluent, considering that they live in an $800,000 house. You know, the mom and dad got pretty good lines of work, making pretty good sums of income. You go through her Instagram and Twitter profile, and she's in front of a Mercedes Benz or BMW. You don't see her in front of no damn hoopty or none of that stuff. So to break this down in the simplest terms, she needs to be indicted. That means she's formally charged by a grand jury and she needs to be arrested for that, because that was a waste of time. That was a waste of resources. That was a waste of people's money, taxpayer dollars going towards this woman's whereabouts, trying to find her, and all she does was she treated this like it was some kind of game. But she gonna find out that when you try to play these type of games, the games typically get played on you. Now, good on her for admitting that she made the whole thing up. That's good on her for doing that, but pretty much confirmed what we already suspected. Her being found and making up and admitting that she made that up pretty much confirmed what we already suspected, given the evidence, given what we heard, what we seen, and things just not making sense. Like a toddler just walking aimlessly on the interstate, and she's the only one that saw it. Nobody else saw it. Nobody else called the cops but her. That should have been the first red flag. But hey, common sense ain't common, man. Common sense ain't common. But tell me what you think in the comments below. If you're not a subscriber to this channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and share these videos on your social media platforms, and ring that notification bell. That way you'll be notified whenever I go live. Shouts out to the LDBC. This your man. Scream at me. Hey!